ये किसका प्लान था कि डांस कराने के बाद मुझे बोलना है? શ્વાસ નથી ખાવા દીધો મારા. ગમે તેટલું મોટું મંચ હોય, મેં મારી વાતની શરૂઆત હંમેશા ગુજરાતીથી કરી છે, કારણ કે હું દિલથી ગુજરાતી અને વટથી ગુજરાતી. Good afternoon, my dear friends. My name is Kshitij and I've been talking about the importance of our native languages, the importance of our vernacular languages, and obviously the importance of Gujarati language for the past 15 years or so. The change or the irony today is that this is a rare occasion where I will be talking in English about Gujarati. Probably one of those rare instances where Gujarati is nikadvu, but because it goes on to a platform which is accessed by numerous of people across the globe, I will try and put my point in a language that everyone understands. It is not hidden that in the past couple of years, the importance and the use of English as a language has been established across the globe. Be it for education or entertainment, be it for business or political relations, English is an extremely important language, and there is no problem in accepting that. But when we talk of learning other languages, we fail to understand that you may learn any language or you may accept any culture you want, but not at the cost of forgetting your own language. And that is why we started a campaign which is known as Vatt thi Gujarati. ગર્વથી નહીં, વટથી. ખબર છે કેમ વટથી? કારણ કે ગર્વનું અંગ્રેજી છે પ્રાઇડ, વટનું અંગ્રેજી જ નથી. લૂઝલી એવું કહી શકાય કે સ્વેગ, વટ એટલે તો સ્વેગ છે મારું ગુજરાતી. Our culture has always taught us Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava. What does that mean? It means that our parents are equivalent to gods. And hence, anything that is of importance is also automatically equated with that. Hence, the country or the place where you come from is your Matru Bhumi. And the language that you learn first is your Matru Bhasha. જે માતુલ્ય ભાષાની વાત થાય છે એને બીજી કોઈ ભાષાના પ્રભાવ હેઠળ જો ભૂલી જવાય છે તો એને યાદ કરાવવી એ આપણું કર્તવ્ય, આપણું ધર્મ અને આપણી ફરજ છે. એટલે વટથી ગુજરાતી. The problem is, આ પાડી લો તાળી ગુજરાતીઓ, કંજૂસી ના કરો. The butterfly effect in my life came when I realized the importance of this language. I'll tell you when. A lot of speakers who are speaking here today, I have taken a lot of sessions with people who are aspiring to be communication specialists or whatever. And I always tell them that when you're speaking, you have to practice, 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 and then perform. Don't go on the stage unprepared. So when someone practices and performs, the speech comes out very well. That is the power of words and language. But when a person speaks in his or her native language, the words come out from the heart. And that is the real connection. The first question my employers at Radio Mirchi asked me about 15 years ago was that, can you speak in Gujarati? Because my background was completely English. In fact, I am masters in English literature. Now Radio Mirchi is paying me for the past 15 years to talk in Gujarati. When I started communicating in Gujarati or in the native language on the radio, I realized that it was not only the entertainment that was being served. There were human connections that I was building. And to this date, there are so many listeners who have confided in me, who have become friends now. And they've told me their personal problems, stories, to an extent that I've helped them and they've helped me in each other's personal lives. This has happened, or this has become possible only because Gujarati was the primary language of communication, or the native language was the primary mode of communication. The only problem is, we have started realizing that English, or any other language for that matter, is a parameter of intellect. ગુજરાતીઓમાં ઘરે કોઈ આવે ને મહેમાન એટલે 2 વર્ષના બાળકને બોલાવીને એવું કે ચાલ બેટા ટ્વિંકલ ટ્વિંકલ સંભળાય. પેલા બિચારાને ચડ્ડી પહેરતા નથી આવડતું. ટ્વિંકલ ટ્વિંકલ સંભળાવવાનો વાંધો નથી, પણ એની સાથે એક બિલાડી જાડી પણ તો સંભળાવો. The problem is not that we are accepting English as a language. The problem is that we are forgetting our native languages. જો આપણા રૂટ્સ જ આપણને નહીં ખબર હોય તો આપણે કઈ દિશામાં આગળ વધવું છે કેવી રીતે નક્કી કરીશું? ગુજરાતીઓની બીજી સૌથી મોટી તકલીફ, and this is not common in all cultures in India, thankfully. એક મરાઠી બીજા મરાઠીને મળે તો મરાઠીમાં વાત કરે, એક બંગાળી બીજા બંગાળીને મળે તો બંગાળીમાં વાત કરે, પણ એક ગુજરાતી બીજા ગુજરાતીને મળે તો हमको हिंदी आवड़ता है. We need not feel ashamed of our identity, of our language. I have seen parents feeling embarrassed that their children cannot speak proper English. English is a skill, or any language is a skill, and anyone can master it. Why feel ashamed? The brightest of the minds in this planet, on this planet ever, APJ Abdul Kalam, Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, they all started their primary education in their vernacular language. So, આપણને શેની શરમ છે? Now UNESCO and also the new education policy is promoting the same, and they are saying that till standard 5th or 6th, the best way to teach children is to teach them in their native language. Like I said earlier, there is no problem in learning any language. I'm talking in English, and we might accept that English is a global language. You go to Germany, you speak in German. You go to Japan, you speak in Japanese. No problem with that. In fact, some might even say कि अंग्रेजी तो बहुत सारू છે, પણ અંગ્રેજી બહુ સારું છે એવું કહેતા એ ના ભૂલાય કે ગુજરાતી મારું છે. ભલે કોઈ એવું કહે કે અંગ્રેજી સારું છે, દુનિયાની ભાષા છે, દેશની ભાષા છે, વ્યાપારની ભાષા છે, અભ્યાસની ભાષા છે. હા ભાઈ, હા અંગ્રેજી સારું છે, પણ ગુજરાતીની વાત એટલે કરું છું કારણ કે ગુજરાતી. Exactly. English is fine, but I talk about Gujarati because Gujarati is mine. One final thing. Someone might say, what is the need to preserve a language? શું ફરક પડે છે? જેમ દુનિયા બદલાય છે, as the civilization progresses, a lot of things go extinct in that duration, right? So what is the point? Why should we preserve any language for that matter? Why shouldn't all of us just switch to English? It's so much easier that way, right? The answer to this question is very simple and surprisingly very close to us also. The Indus Valley civilization, which went extinct about 4,000 years ago, they had a language. Not only that, they have manuscripts, they have inscriptions, and they have engraved stuff with a lot of things written on it. You know what is the problem? No one knows the language. So, how did Indus Valley Civilization 1 flourish? What is their history? And how did they go extinct? We have no idea. Despite of everything written, despite of there being records, we cannot read them. The script is there, the language was there, but we cannot decipher it. Now imagine that happening to our culture. A language is not merely a mode of communication. When the language flourishes, when the civilization becomes advanced, the language also becomes a mode of expressing emotions, because then the art develops. So if a language goes extinct, for example, if Gujarati goes extinct, then all the literature, all the songs, all the poems, poetry, shairi, ghazal, gito, mahakavyo, everything goes extinct. Not only that, the history that was written in Gujarati or in that language goes extinct as well. Hence, a small butterfly effect that I started, which you can too, is A couple of years ago, we realized that if we go and tell people કે ફક્ત ગુજરાતીમાં બોલો તો મને કાઢી મૂકશે. So we started performing music concerts in Gujarati language. So it is a concert with guitars and drums and keyboards and singers and everything that you can imagine, but the language is Gujarati. And I promise you, if you attend my next concert, I'll make everyone dance harder than what you did today. ભલે હું હાફી જાઉં પણ તમને બધાને નચાઈશ. That is the power of language and music. This is a small movement that we started. What we also started doing is to actually try and make an impact. We approached schools, and there we have started scholarships for students who scored the highest marks in Gujarati language. Now, this is a small effect that we are trying to create. Why? Because we are interested that the language gets preserved. I talk of Gujarati because I belong in Gujarat. All the languages need this kind of support everywhere now. What can we do? The easiest thing to do is try and communicate in your native language with your people, with your children. Teach them how to speak, teach them how to write, and teach them how to communicate in the native language. PhD કરવાની જરૂર નથી ગુજરાતીમાં. વાંચતા લખતા ને બોલતા આવડશે તો ઇનફ છે. Language preserve થઈ જશે, and once the language is preserved, it will automatically flourish. So let's try and preserve our languages. That is all I wanted to say. બાકી તો હું ક્ષિતિજ તમને ખબર જ છે. દિલથી ગુજરાતી, વટથી ગુજરાતી. Thank you.